When you are slowly opening up to supply, it's never going to work. Target has a lot of demand that they could tap into and that a lot of sellers would probably be interested in, but they aren't being open enough and being aggressive enough. Here's a graph of the sellers. It's not an impressive graph. So we've covered here other examples of traditional businesses trying to move into the platform arena, Target being one of those, where Target had announced its marketplace about a year ago. And so this was a really good story covering that progress to date. We had critiqued Target as having a more curated marketplace approach and them not moving fast enough. Basically, we found out here is Target was an invite-only marketplace. They got 109 merchants and 165,000 products. So right away, this reads to me that they started top-down, not bottom-up. That's rule number one. You need to start bottom-up in terms of capturing supply and very often demand. So they went to large merchants to get 165,000 products. February 25th, 2019, they launched this called Target Plus. It started with 30 merchants and 60,000 products. That's a lot of products, right? From each merchant. And they probably were focusing on more complementary products that they were selling here. Here's a graph of the sellers. It's not an impressive graph. Target has a lot of e-commerce demand, but when you are slowly opening up to supply, it's never going to work. We talk a lot about how Doug McMillon, 2 earnings calls ago, Q3 of 2019, CEO of Walmart, said we added 10 million products in the first 9 months of 2019, 9.5 million of those products coming from third-party sellers. And Doug McMillon was saying that they weren't moving fast enough and they needed to move much faster. So for 9.5 million products in 9 months, whereas Target adds 165,000 products in a year, it's pretty easy to see. Now, Target has a lot of demand that they could tap into and that a lot of sellers would probably be interested in, but they aren't being open enough and being aggressive enough to go and acquire third-party sellers and really open up on the supply side of the network. That is the challenge. So this really isn't anything about execution. This is a strategy miss. That's what this is. And them wanting to be having too much control over what goes in and out of the marketplace. This is probably at the executive level, an executive issue in terms of really opening up the supply side of the business. Not really an execution. This is a strategy problem. Hi, this is Alex from Winner Take All. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment, ask us questions, and definitely make sure to join us on our next live stream.